Hello, good day classmates, and good day might as well to our instructor in ethics, Ma'am Crystal Jane Basa. I am Jeneville Isilagan,
And I am Daniela Mibalili.
and we are the reporter for today's topic. And our topic for this day is all about ethics, its meaning, nature, and scope. So, what is ethics? Ethics is a branch of philosophy that studies human acts and it focuses on the examination or study of morality. But the question is, what do we mean by morality? Is there any difference or similarity between ethics and morality, or do they have the same meaning? To answer the question, morality is defined as a specific belief of attitude that is practiced by a certain group of people or being as a person. So, morality pertains to human conducts or actions that are done by human beings, or this action either acceptable or unacceptable, and that's what we call morality. So, as we can see, ethics and morality is different to each other because morality is the subject matter and ethics is the discipline. So now, let us know the definitions of ethics. First, ethics is the practical science of the morality of human actions. Ethics is the scientific inquiry into the principles of morality. Ethics is the science of human acts with reference to right and wrong. Ethics is the study of human conduct from the standpoint of morality. Ethics is the study of the rectitude of human conduct. Ethics is the science which lays down the principles of right living. Ethics is the practical science that guides us in our actions that we will live rightly and well. Ethics is a normative and practical science based on a reason which studies human conduct and provides norm for its natural integrity and honesty. According to Socrates, ethics is the investigation of life. As you can see, they are fundamentally the same meaning, although different articulations of the meaning of ethics, but they have which is most common to all of them, whereas ethics is science, where systematized body of knowledge where the data gathered are arranged and put in order. So this is also what happened in ethics. So it is not just a science, but it is also a philosophical science. So if we say philosophical science in ethics, it takes a look at the ultimate cause and principles of reality by the use of human reason alone. So, using your reason, you are trying to search for the ultimate cause, like in the case of ethics, where what is really right thing to do or the good thing to do. It's not just according for the own whims of intellection. Likewise, ethics is also a practical science because whatever knowledge it provides, you have act upon it in accordance with what is applicable in our daily life or activity. So as a result, it is not only for the sake of intellectual discourse or analysis, but it ought to be done in real situation. So, as you can see, in ethics, what matters the most is what we are supposed to do and what we are ought to do. So that's it. Let's proceed to regulations of ethics with other sciences. The first one is ethics and logic. In logic, science of right thinking, whereas in ethics, science of correct living. So, it is not just about how you think, but it is how you apply what you are thinking in life. Next is ethics and psychology. In psychology, it deals with human behavior, whereas in ethics, it deals with morality of human behavior. So whether your behavior is right or wrong. Next is ethics and sociology. In sociology, it concerned with how a particular society behaves, whereas in ethics, it concerned with the moral and social order of humans and society. Next is ethics and economics. In economics, it deals with labor, wages, production, as well as distribution of wealth, whereas in ethics, it deals with the business processes based on justice, charity, as well as moral principles. So that's why your intention here is not to gain money, but to gain honestly. Next is ethics and education. In education, it develops the whole man, his moral, physical, and intellectual life. So that's why we go to school to develop these aspects. In ethics, it develops man's humane, moral, and spiritual character. So it's not only for physical and mental aspects, but more on spirituality and morality. Next is morality and law. In law, it refers to the set of rules and regulations enforced by the state to regulate the human behavior in society, whereas in morality, it concerned with principles of right and wrong behavior and the goodness or badness of human character. So, laws are generally based on the moral principles of society, and the laws to be effective must represent the moral ideas of the people. Next is ethics and art. In art, it stands for beauty. In ethics, it stands for moral goodness. So the art can contribute to the ethical life of a community as exemplified by a public art and theater. Then ethics and politics. In politics, it stresses the temporal benefits of the people, whereas in ethics, it stresses the eternal benefits of the people. So it's not just pertain to this temporal life, but to life after death. And the last is ethics and religion. In religion, is about belief or faith in God, where you believe to someone or something greater than you, whereas in ethics is about obedience and the right relationship with God and man, where does not matter who or what you believe in, but how you relate with other people and with God.
And now let's move on to the next topic, the importance of ethics. The importance of the study of ethics follows immediately from the importance of ethics itself.
Ethics means right living and good moral character, and it is in good moral character that man finds his true worth and perfection. Ethics means right living, yes, because ethics is the one who determines us to do all wellness, good things, and to be self-controlled and generous to anyone. Ethics means a good moral character because it guides us to be true, fair, honest, and help us make decisions that create positive impacts.
Education is the harmonious development of the whole man, of all man's faculties, the moral, intellectual, and physical powers in man.
Yes, education is the harmonious development of every person because education is the one who develop our physical, intellectual, moral, and provide us with the opportunity to develop ourselves, positive attitudes, into well-balanced human being. According to Socrates, the unexamined life is not worth living for man. Now, ethics, as we already said before, is the very investigation of the meaning of life. That is why Plato calls and considers ethics as the supreme science. The unexamined life is not worth living for man. Yes, because we cannot feel or experience the purpose of existence and enjoy ourselves to receive freedom, clarity, and peace. Kaya lang sa ngayon, mas binigyan ng pansin ang etika dahil alam natin na ang teorya ng etika ay timbangin kung ano ang mabuti sa bawat isa at sa buong lipunan. Kaya ngayon, mas kilalang ang etika na isang supreme science that deals sumum bonum, the ultimate good or the highest good, which is the supreme purpose of human being.
What does morality mean? According to James W. Gray 2011, Introduction to Moral Philosophy, stated that morality involves what we ought to do, right and wrong, good and bad, values, justice, and virtues.
Ayon kay James W. Gray 2011 of Introduction to Moral Philosophy, Ayon kay James W. Gray 2011 Introduction to Moral Philosophy, ayon sa kanya nakasama sa moralidad ang kung ano ang dapat nating gawin, kung ano ang tama at mali, kung ano ang mabuti at masama, mga mahalaga, katarungan at mga bertud.
Morality is taken to be important. Moral actions are often taken to merit praise and rewards, and immoral actions are often taken to merit blame and punishment.
Ang moralidad ay dapat bigyan natin ng kahalagahan dahil ang mga moral na aksyon ay kadalasang nakukuha ng papuri at mga gantimpala at ang mga immoral na aksyon na ginagawa upang masisi at parusahan.
What we ought to do. What we morally ought to do is what's morally preferable. It's morally preferable to give to certain charities and to refrain from hurting people who makes us angry.
What we ought to do or ano ang dapat nating gawin. What's morally preferable is the so-called peace offering. Instead of hurting people, offer him or her something to get back your relationship from each other.
Right and wrong. Something is morally right if it's morally permissible, and morally wrong if it's morally impermissible.
Kung ang ginagawa mo ay tama, ikaw ay pahihintulutan. At kung ang ginagawa mo ay mali, ikaw ay hindi pahihintulutan.
Good and bad. Good and bad refer to a positive and negative value. Something is morally good if it helps people attain something of positive value and avoid something of negative value or has a positive value that merits being
Ang mabuti at masama ay maihahalin tulad sa positibo at negatibong halaga.
So that's it. Before we end this report, let me share the 6 ethics of life. So before you pray, believe. Before you speak, listen. Before you spend, earn. Before you write, think. Before you quit, try. And before you die, live. So that's all. Thank you for watching and listening.